in December last year.
And you received a big present from God, right?
Yes, a miracle!
Today we're going to share about my brother's story of healing from God.
So Emmanuel was born with grade 4 kidney reflux, which is just one level below the most severe condition for kidney reflux. This condition really caused him to be very prone to UTI and kidney scarring. And kidney scarring is a very scary thing because it's irreversible, and in worst case scenario, can lead to kidney failure when you grow older.
So during the prenatal scan, we discovered that Emmanuel's kidneys developments were not ideal, and after birth, he was diagnosed with kidney reflux on both kidneys. So from about 2 years old, he had to take a daily dose of antibiotics to keep the UTI at bay. He was supposed to take it for a lifetime, and we really didn't like that because we found that whenever we were worried that it would stunt his growth. He wasn't eating very well, so we decided to stop after about 2 years.
So his reflux condition was actually so bad and so severe, according to the doctors and specialists then, that they immediately just prescribed, say, he should go for an open surgery on his lower abdomen and bladder. It was a very invasive surgery and also very expensive as well. Because we have no insurance coverage at all, and it was deemed a congenital condition. So we actually put off surgery for years against the doctor's wishes.
Yeah, so over the past 5 years, he was scheduled for surgery 3 times. And mysteriously, every single time that he was scheduled for the surgery, he would suddenly develop a fever or flu or cough just during the pre-surgery check. So we felt that it was very strange, and so every time it happened, the hospital and the doctors would decide that he couldn't proceed with the surgery.
So it was quite interesting. I think after these 3 divine delays, we really started to wonder why and really sought the Lord. And it was then that I heard from the Lord, and He asked me, "Do you really need it?" It was just 5 words in this question: "Do you really need it?" And I sensed that the "it" was not really referring to the surgery, but also the sum of money actually that we were saving for the operation. And really all these years we were so caught up dealing with his condition, getting to and fro hospitals, getting treatment, and going with whatever the doctors just recommended, that we just miss God's message. And these 3 delays kind of finally caught our attention. It was kind of God's candid way of saying and waving at us and saying, "Hello, I'm here. Do you really want to hear what I have to say?"
So the timings of all these delays were also very unique, because they happened during a time when our church was just starting to raise funds for CLIP, which is our church building fund. So because of this revelation from God, we decided to take a leap of faith, and we pledged the same amount of the surgery fee to CLIP, although we didn't have the entire sum of money yet.
Early last year in 2020, somewhere in February and March, so Emmanuel suddenly kept getting bouts of UTI. So he had about 2 to 3 episodes in a span of between 2 to 3 weeks, which was very unusual. It got us really worried. So we had to send him for new scans, and unfortunately the scan revealed that he actually had new kidney scarring. So we had to put him through a slew of tests again, just to determine if his condition had actually worsened. So during that period of time, we really spent weeks, sometime again in July, August period, just shuttling to and fro hospitals. And just to make matters worse, I was just going through a very tough and agonizing season at work.
I can still remember in September was when I brought Emmanuel with me to go and see the surgeon. The surgeon was going to tell us the results of this test that he took, MCU. The MCU is also another very invasive test where they will check the severity of his kidney reflux situation. So all along, his kidney reflux has been at grade 4. Grade 4 is just one grade below the maximum, most severe grade, right? So I have to admit that when I went in, we weren't expecting much. We were just expecting the surgeon will tell us, oh yeah, as expected, it will be grade 4. Because this has been the case all this while. To our amazement, when we went in, the surgeon was like all smiles, and she was like, "Hey, mommy, did you hear the good news?" So I was like, "What good news? Good news? No, I don't know what's the result." And then she goes, "Oh, amazingly, he has gone from grade 4 down to grade 2/3. So from grade 4, he has gone all the way down to 2/3. And I was like, really? Yeah, so we were very blown away. We were really very blown away because this is a blessing that is so unexpected. You know, it's not that we have not been praying, we have been praying. It's just that we did not expect that his grade would actually go down. Why? Because she said that this is very rare. The surgeon has explained to us before that at grade 4, clinically the recovery rate is actually very low, and he is already quite old, so he has sort of outgrown the chances of being able to, spontaneous recovery. Yes, well done. Yeah, so this means that, you know, instead of a major open surgery, now he just needs to go for a very simple surgery, very simple procedure actually, just to correct the reflux situation.
After 6 years of prayerfully waiting, and just to hear from the doctors that his severity has kind of miraculously just went down a couple of notches, which is again clinically impossible.
So for the last 6 years, we have been praying together as a family every night for restoration of his kidneys, and it has really been a faith journey because just when we thought that things were going well, then in 2020 everything, you know, regressed. So it definitely is not easy to continue trusting when the facts and the reality tells you a different story. But we have chosen as a family to continue walking in faith, and we are going to continue seeking the Lord for even greater clarity and to remember that He has always been there. He's watching over Emmanuel, and He has perfect plans for our son.
So we really give thanks because God has really not only restored his Emmanuel's body, but He also restored my work situation beyond my wildest dream.